Hello and welcome to Scrolling with Ceazor. Today is June 18th, 2026. Okay, I got a lot of tweets for you today. A lot of them are talking about the same thing, but anyhow, there's a lot here today. The charts, crypto charts look pretty brutal. S&P's up today. Everything else is down. Well, it's still looking the same, similar. S&P's just bouncing around, but it is up near the all-time high. Whereas, crypto is just down in a pit. So even gold has a minus 1.3% dip today. It's still sitting in my ranges, so I'm okay with that. I've been looking at a new product built around gold stablecoins that I'll share soon once I get more information. I'm waiting for a more fuller documentation and some public stuff to go live before I share that with you. Hype is down a little bit. I like this position. It's right in the middle of my range. I'm comfortable here. I feel like there might be a little bit more volatility coming, so I'm thinking about expanding this up a little bit, widening it and reducing my APR on this position. However, I don't have very much money in here anymore. I've pulled out a lot of my value as it pumped up. I don't really feel like throwing more value into this. I do have quite a bit of hype still. Well, not quite a bit, but I still have hype staked in their validator type system. So I'm okay with that. Everything else, red, about 2 to 3%, and so forth. Yeah, so that's that. Let's move on to the tweets. But as always, this is not financial advice. You do you, and you think about your own stuff. Okay, so this is the main news today. Is STRC is dumping down to like 85 cents. What's his name? Ceazor is like shilling it like crazy online. All kinds of funny stuff. Gabriel Haynes has a pretty nice video mocking the AI slop that he dumped out. But yeah, it's pretty dip. It's a pretty big dip. Carnation says something quite funny. He's like, "Why are you as a man thinking about getting stretched from another man?" So yeah, I think it's quite clever. This is a pretty witty little pun here. I like this, Carnation. Good job. Okay, so here's some bullish news or bullish prediction, hopium. So this guy here, Crypto Tice, using some TA to predict that we are in the buy zone and we're going to the moon. Everyone, I'm hopeful on this. But he does say, there's a few things. The structure doesn't lie. The structure doesn't have emotions. The structure doesn't care about your opinion. It's going to follow this nice, neat pattern, whether you like it or not. I disagree with that. I don't think these neat patterns actually make a huge difference. But, I'm hopeful that it might make a difference. And if it does, then fantastic. Great. Great for everyone in the market. Let's move on. So Frax Finance has partnered with Alchemix, just another partnership. I really like how Frax just partners with everyone and helps each other out. So they're boosting your SFRX ETH. So if you do have like ETH on mainnet in Alchemix, then they are using SFRX ETH as a way to generate some yield, and this yield is boosted from Frax thanks to Frax's partnership campaigns and policies and so forth. So you can take a deeper look at this. I have videos on Alchemix. You should definitely understand how Alchemix works. It's not a typical simple vault, but there are these vaults here which are pretty typical, but there are options on Alchemix that are outside typical vaults. So understand it before you ape it. Moving on. So I did a video yesterday on Infinify. You can watch that video if you like. It's here. I put it on YouTube as well. You can search for it. It's a pretty interesting thing. Just to be quickly, like a quick little TLDR on it is, it's a stablecoin platform. You can mint a stablecoin. You have some choices. You can stake for a lower yield, or you can lock for a higher yield, and you're tranching the lower yield people. So if there are any losses, the locked people take on those losses first. However, they are getting a higher yield for that. So yeah, you can check that out and find out more. So there's a bit of a hype going around at Kaito. So if you don't know what Kaito is, it's basically, before it was like a place where all these like people would get paid to tweet and stuff like that. So you can go there and you can set up your new socials. I've done so. It doesn't hurt. You might as well go and click a few buttons, and hopefully you might get some sort of airdrop or some sort of campaign or some sort of, I don't know. We'll see. I have to look a little bit deeper, but I thought I would share that, they are still working on something. They haven't rugged it or, decided to fold it. They're building something. So double check, dig deeper. So here's this article. It's pretty long, but not too bad. You can read through it. It's from this guy, Fabi Genovese, FRG. Basically, my beef with Ethereum. If you read through it, there's some key points in here. It's basically his problems are multi. First of all, is like Ethereum seems to have an inconsistent priority. They're kind of lacking in communication. They have these problems with like collaboration. A lot of builders are building things and it's going to waste, because it's like different builders have different ideas they're building, and then that stuff doesn't get added to EIPs or gets voted away. So they're kind of wasting like the time of people, and then they kind of drive some talent away. There are people leaving and more, and I'll talk about one of those people later on in the tweets. Okay, so another tweet from Frax. Another partnership is with Jane XYZ. Jane XYZ is a kind of a Burger Town place where you can get under collateralized borrowing. So you can use your credit rating in the USA to borrow some stable coins and stuff. Double check, look through that deeper. But again, Frax is, partnered with them. They're using FRXUSD as their stable coin in a pool on Curve, and there are incentives in Frax as well as Jane. Check it out. Yeah, juice is pretty good. 25 to 167% as per this picture right now. So yeah, check that out. Ramses just kind of tweeting out, reminding everybody that like the X33 tokenomics system is quite novel. Every time someone locks or converts their RAM into XRAM, they're burning half of it, and then you can get out at any time. You can sell XRAM for RAM. So in order to get voting and bribe and fee rights, you basically have to burn half your emission rewards. And then there are some other options as well. I really like this system. I think it's the best VE3 system out there right now. But yeah, it just doesn't get the love. So I'm going to keep sharing it with everybody. So here is what I was talking about. Someone left. So Ethereum Foundation loses another top leader as co-ed Xiaowei Wang resigns amid restructuring plans, crops debates, and so forth. So yeah, excuse me, I did say someone I would talk. So this guy's leaving. I don't know who this person is. He's not tagged on Twitter, so I don't know. But anyhow, that's happening. Okay, this is kind of just like made me laugh because it's just rough. So you got Andrew Tate going long on shit. Got liquidated 8 times in the last 24 hours. Lost around $700,000. I guess it's kind of karma. He's got all this bad stuff in his history, all kinds of bad stuff in his history, like allegations of like prostitution, pimping, allegations of like making tons of money off of scamming like desperate men, and then all kinds of weird Solana shit like daddy token and all this other kind of stuff. So yeah, I don't know if it's bad karma or whatever, but he's still got tons of money, so I guess he can afford to lose 700,000. I wish I could afford to lose 700,000, but yeah. Anyhow, that happened, so I thought I'd just share it. So DeFi Advisor here is retweeting. DeFi Dad, and DeFi Advisor are talking about Flex Meow. I really like this thing. I've been talking about for a while now, if you've been listening, and I think it's got some feet to stand on. It's pretty cool. You can loop up get some juicy yield right now. It's a little bit scary. You got to make sure you understand it. Watch my video if you want to understand better how it works. Make sure you understand it, and so forth. And that's it. So let's move on to the next one. So Mega ETH is launched this thing called the merch store that you can use your Moss wallet to pay. I tried to create a Moss wallet yesterday. I don't have a terminal account, so it wouldn't let me. So then I tried to set up a terminal account. I can't set up a terminal account. It's too late. And then I tried to let's just try to make a Moss wallet. Can't do that because I don't have a terminal account. It's kind of a nightmare. But yeah, I don't know. I guess that's what they want to create, exclusivity. But I think if they're going to be selling merch, they want to make it for everybody. But maybe I'm dumb and retarded and I can't figure it out. But I don't think so. But anyway, so that's that. You can go there. You can buy a shirt. You'll see that it says $1 here, but it's not actually $1. It's significantly more expensive than $1. So yeah, sold out. They've sold out, but it was, I can't remember what it was. I think it was $100 or something, maybe even 1,000. But anyhow, or whatever, they're sold out. Okay, moving on. Here we have Liquidity. Liquidity's you get 8% on your APR if you put your Bold in USDC into a Curve pool. You can have two options. You can stake it and get boosted. Stake it on Convex to get your boosted yield, or you can deposit in Yearn to get their boosted yield and auto compounding. I will mention before we go, if you're going to use Curve, you kind of have to use Yearn or Convex now because they get the boosted rewards. And if you do it solo, you won't get the boosted rewards. So if you are a VECRV holder, you can get your own boosted rewards. But if you are, then you probably don't need to be listening to me explain that these options happen. So I would highly suggest, if you are looking at this, to use either Convex or Yearn. Don't try to just LP by yourself, because you will get heavily boosted rewards if you do use them instead. Understand how they work, though. They're significantly different. Yearn just compounds everything. Convex gives you different tokens. And you have to sell those tokens if you want that. So that's it for today. I hope this has been interesting and useful, and thank you for listening, and goodbye.